Hey friends, welcome to another video. Brandon here. This is going to be a very special video because we are going to be talking about something that a lot of people are facing difficulty to handle in the world today, and that thing is called argument. And I promise you, if you watch this video right up to the end and grabs the information I'm trying to pass out in this video, by the end of this video, your chances of ever arguing with other people is really going to be reduced. Even if you want to argue with people, at least you will know the reason why they are arguing. You will understand why they are arguing. And if you take what I'm about to tell you in this video and apply it to your relationship with your friends, with your family, or at your job with your boss, you realize your relationship with these people is going to grow exponentially. Now, without talking too much, let's jump straight into the video. If this is your first time here, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and also like the video, because all these things are going to really help me hack the YouTube algorithm. I believe we all know what an argument is, and when it comes to argument, there are two things that are involved. There's something called a perception and there's another thing called a perspective. Your perception is unique only to you. And now, most of the time, the reason why people really argue is because two people are trying to convince each other to see something in their own perceptions. And this is something that is really difficult to do because we can never see things according to other people's perception. If something is not a theorem, it is not really easy for people to come to an agreement about that thing. When I talk about a theorem, for instance, 1 + 1 is 2 in Cameroon, 1 + 1 is 2 in the United States, 1 + 1 is 2 in China. So people never have a reason to argue when it comes to that, because that's a theorem. It is true everywhere. It is a universal truth. Now, let me give you another example. Let's say two people are traveling in a bus, and one is sitting on the left and the other person is sitting on the right, and there's a curtain separating the two people. Means you cannot see the view from the other person's side and the other person cannot see the view from your side, and the journey is like an 8-hour journey. And the person sitting on the left, when they were going through the journey, all the person saw was some rocks, forest, burning bush and all that. But the person sitting on the right, across the journey, them passed through like beautiful cities, through the ocean, and the person saw a beautiful landscape and saw some really nice things. Now, at the end of the journey, if you ask these two people, how was the journey? The person on the right will say this journey was a terrible journey. There was nothing really beautiful. The sight was not beautiful. Why the person on the right is going to say the journey was really nice because they saw some really cool stuff. They saw some beautiful landscape. Now, these two people are given their experience based on their perception. They might get into an argument, but nobody is really wrong, nobody is really right, because that's their perception about that journey. Now, on the other hand, we have something called a perspective, which is something that a lot of people don't understand, and that is why we get into a lot of arguments today. And this is the major key to win any argument or to get out of any argument. You have to be able to stop seeing the world according to your own perception and try to see the world according to other people's perspective. Or even more importantly, try to put yourself in that other person's shoes and try to ask some questions like, how were these people raised? What are their ideas, their foundation ideas about the things they are arguing about? What kind of husband is this person married to? Because once you shift from seeing things according to your own perception and start seeing things according to other people's perspective, rather instead of arguing with these people and fighting with them, you instead try to understand them. You try to understand the angle from which they are coming from. But unfortunately, the sad reality is this: we as human beings, we are all trapped into our own perceptions, and we don't even care much about other people's perspective. That's why we have a lot of commotion, a lot of argument, a lot of war, a lot of stuff going into the world today, just because we cannot see things in other people's perspective. We have a selfish attitude, and if people don't want to see things or don't want to take things the way we see them, sometimes these people turn to be our enemy. We turn to argue, we turn to fight with these people, and it's common in relationship. Some beautiful relationships that had a future has really shattered to the ground just because the spouse were not able to get out of their perception and see every situation in each other's perspective. And trust me, if we all try to do these things to the people we love, to our spouse, to our family, even to our job, it's really going to change our relationship drastically. Thank you so much for watching this video. It was a short video, but hope you learned something from this video. If that was the case, don't forget to give a thumbs up to the video, share the video so that other people can watch this video and learn from this lesson and stop arguing and bring a lot of peace into the world. God bless you. Peace.